What is up, everyone? I'm Solar Wolf. We're back with some more fun diorama stuff. I hope you guys are ready. I apologize for my poor lighting. Can't light my own face because. Let's see what this does. There's some glare. That's right. These things happen. Anyhow, grab some coffee, guys. And I'll be right with you. Checking the latency. Hi, Morgana. I'm glad to see you here. Do me a favor, would you share this out to Twitter for me? Hopefully we don't have too much pixelation today. Hopefully. We'll see. Okay, good. Not too much pixelation. Good. That's what I wanted to see. Anyhow, so today we are going to be finishing up our small diorama, our mini nook that we've been working on with the small church on it. So this is going to get finished up today. And then we're going to be working on a diorama here. We're going to be finishing this up. This is a unique one. This has a little campfire, which is actually a flickering tea light. I will go over with this one when we get to it. It looks like my... And then we will get to painting Solar Wolf as well for our little character, because we got her primed. If you guys remember in the last live stream, we primed her up. Yes. So we'll be painting her today and then finishing out her diorama as well so that we can get that set up. But first, let's grab my... I gotta reach across my own counter. Oh my god. First, art mat. You always want your art mat. Alright, and then let me get my stuff prepared. Brushes. Dry pigment brush. Washes. Paints. We also want to get a little thing of water. So we can keep our brushes clean. And then let me just aim you guys down, move you a bit closer, aim you down, so you can see the project here. And then give you guys a good zoom. Whoa, ultra zoom. G-zooms. There we go, whoa. Come on, you. There we go. Okay. Now I can turn that to face you guys, and you can see it better. Okay. So, let's get our starting brush. Where is my silicone painter's palette? Sorry, y'all, I have a painter's palette normally around here, and I don't know what I did with it. So, I guess I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. I don't like that. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. I found it. Silicone painter's palette. That out of the way. Alright. So let's see here. There it is. Knew I was missing a couple of paints. So I've got this bone white here that we're going to use for the building. We've got this really nice drow skin gray. Now these are Army Painter paints. They are the Game Master series, so a lot of these are D&D based colors. Just so everybody knows that. And let's go ahead and move this onto my art mat so you guys can see what I'm doing here. And we're going to start by getting the building itself. We just want to get some color mix here, because I want the building to kind of be a stone gray. And I have a really, really light gray primer, so that's not helping anything. And so we're just going to take that and give it just a nice quick paint. Making certain we keep our mixture as close to what we want as possible. There we go. We just want to get it nice and painted, nice and smoothly. I don't mind if a little bit of the undercoat shines through with these spots. They aren't necessarily a major problem. Just going to give it a nice little paint job. Like so. I'm going to get our paint down into these holes here that don't want to fill. And it's okay if we get some up onto the windows frames there. That doesn't matter too much. We just want to keep painting along this spot. Get these all nice and painted up. Paint color mix again. We got to remember to keep our paint color up, because otherwise we run out of paint. That's never good. You don't want to run out of the paint you're using. And you'll notice that this church is kind of leaned, but it is an abandoned derelict church that has long since just been ditched. But for a good reason. The hillside's kind of going away. So they kind of just took off and were like, well, that church is kind of a goner. And we're just going to get this beautiful little place all stone colorified. Being very careful not to accidentally paint our little bush here. Obviously. Because we don't want to paint the little bush. Get our steeple piece. Just like that. We get to the front of the building. Go around that door. Around all of this. To the front of the building. Trying not to hit the little grass tufts too much, because the color behind them don't matter too much either. And Just go up behind this little bush, all the way behind the tower here. So we can get the back end of it. And there is our little church's coloration for just the base stone color. Let's go ahead and rinse our brush. We're going to switch over to a different brush. Always remember also to reshape your brushes. Don't just leave those frayed. You will find they work far better when they're maintained than when they're not. Just for a fair warning, we're going to take some of this drow skin gray. We're just going to paint these pieces here. Then across the shingles. Nice smooth brush strokes. Nice easy brush strokes. Just like that. Quick touch up to that set, and while that side dries, we'll move over to the other side. Because we're going to want to put a few layers of paint onto these shingles to get them the right color. Yeah, looking good though. Just like so. Alright. Now, we need a black, which I have over here, because we'll need these for the windows. So we shake this up. Hopefully I can actually open it up. Oh. And then we'll do some of the bone white for the trimming around the windows. Go ahead and rinse this out and switch brushes again. Gotta make certain we maintain our brushes though. And there's a reason that brushes come in certain shapes. Flat brushes obviously are for longer strokes, spreading it out more across certain areas. Thinner brushes with thin fine points are obviously detail brushes, things like that. There is a reason that each one is the way it is. Give ourselves just a little couple of drops of black. We don't need too much. And when paints are expensive and come in this size, you really want to know what you're doing. And you don't want to waste it. So we're just going to go ahead and take some of that with this nice brush here. We're just going to fill in those windows. This is a gloss black, so it will have a bit of a shine to it. Which really looks nice as blackened out windows. You just can see here, we're just going over the windows with it. And like I said, we will be going back over the window frames with some bone white to really just bring out the accenting colors of the build. And there are our windows done. So that is going to take some time to dry. So while that dries, we're going to grab Solar Wolf and start painting her. Which means I will need some of my finer brushes. Good thing I have the whole set and collection right here. So let's go ahead and set this aside so she can dry. And then we will continue on with that. Let's grab Solar Wolf and our pin vise. Now, I was going to buy a painter's handle, but I have discovered that I don't necessarily need that, as a pin vise will work. Alright, so the first thing we're going to want to do, I believe, is going to be getting her skin tone set. So let's go ahead and move those, because I will need a skin tone color. For that I have this really nice Cyclops flesh color. We'll mix that with some of the bone white to get a more, and some of the gray as well, so that we can get a bit more of a skin tone to her. So we will take some of this and some of this. We've got this really nice bone white, which will lighten that up significantly, hopefully. We just want a little drip or two of gray. Alright, there we go. And I really like that tone. That looks really, really nice. And so we're just going to go ahead and start by painting her legs. And yes, I know skin toned is not a normal color for an orc. This would make her the reason that she's the queen, is she's got a human skin tone instead of an orcish one, which is usually a gray-green or dark gray, depending on where your source information is from. I'm just going to get her painted this way because I like her better that way. And when it comes to these, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. As long as I like the way it looks, that's all that matters. Some down into there. Go along her loincloth. Underneath. There we go. Now, as you can see, she's starting to gain some color and actually look like a realistic model here. Just want to make certain that we don't unintentionally paint places we don't want to once we get our layers going. Face painted here. And then we will go back with a detail brush to get her more detailed. But for now, we just want to get the base layer of flesh tone on. here in just a moment I will check chat and respond to you guys and gals and other random animal pals. Oh wait, that's not right. That's not right. Got to get her arms. And that will be all of her basic flesh tones other than that one hand. I want to make certain that we got all the areas covered that needed their paint. Get that hand covered. And then around to her back. Because some of her back sticks out from her fur coif here. So we just want to get that tone into there. And there she is with her flesh tone. We'll get that closer so you guys can kind of see it better. But that is her flesh tone right there. Now we're going to let her dry. And I'm going to come over and take a peek at chat. Since I am, again, on my cell phone. Well, I didn't know about the cat in your lap, but I do now. Oh. Okay, so while she dries, we can grab that same project we were just working on, so we can work on it a bit more. We need a little bit of burlap sack. Yes, that's the name of this brown, is burlap sack. We're going to mix it with a bit of this ogre skin and kind of make it a little bit different. So let's grab our small point brush. I'm just going to take some of this and mix it with a bit of this. Make it a bit more like a tan color. And I think that will be almost the color we need. Yeah, unfortunately I do need to add a bit more white to that. We also want to get a little bit of that into it. And just kind of make it this really nice light pinkish tan orange. And we will make that the door. So we're just going to paint the door real quick. Like so. I'm going to go around and paint the windowsills. Which is why I chose the brush that I did. Because you just want to get that nice color in there without messing it up. Without getting any on the static grass that is in front of this windowsill. There we go. We just got to do this back window, and then this project will be done. And that will be one whole diorama that you guys have been here with me for. Can you believe that? It'll make it one whole diorama that you guys have been with me for. Because this is almost done. It just needs a couple of washes run over it, and it will be good. So, let's go ahead and get this brush washed out. Set aside. Grab some of this black and mix it in here for the black wash. This is why also I have a little bit of water that's always just sitting there, is to make my own quick wash, which in this case we're just going to do a quick wash of this black wash over everything. It will kind of make the windows look a bit dusty and old. It will help the stone parts to look more like stone parts. Fortunately, I did get a little on that bush, but it happens. Just want to make certain that we get a nice gray wash, black wash over it. It just really helps sell it. Just like that. We just press like so. A little bit across the door there. Really just age it. And now all it's got to do is dry, and then at that point I will take it out for a matte finish, which will be after the stream. But that is the miniature diorama, including creek and river, done. So that is our mini nook completed. So that's something we got. Now that that's done, we can continue working on solar. So let's go ahead and rinse out the wash. I don't believe I'm going to need this specific brush. I'm going to need this one, because we need the bone white and stuff. She does have bone equipment after all. Ooh, I let that dry into my brush. Oh no. That's never good. That is never good. There we go. So we just take the white. She's got these bone sections that are right here along her legs that she's using as armor for her calves. So we just want to get in there and get those nice and bone white. She has one on each leg like that, and then she has those beautiful claws that we'll also want to paint. It's nice bone white. Again, I'm sorry I'm not paying complete attention to chat. I do walk over to my PC to see what y'all are saying. So just be patient with me, and I appreciate it if you are. And if you aren't, I'm sorry I'm not responding to you fast enough. here on her waist. Like a rat skull there. And we've got these bird skulls that are, you can see them here on her claws. Move that closer so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing better. She's got these really nice big old claws. So we're just gonna paint these bird skulls and claws. So we have these really nice claws just right here. Always make certain that you also check where the thing you're painting ends so you don't unintentionally paint places you're not trying to do. And get all the spots that you want to. Get to the back here and get this other skull. And I really like how detailed these models are. These are from a Game Masters series that I buy that is D&D produced. So that's what these are. Once I get her finalized with this set of paints, I will come check chat, respond to you guys again, guys and girls and peoples that are in the chat, that is. And we're going to go back here to these bone structure pieces. She's got a few of these sticking on her back, including this very large set of dragon horns. Then we will go back and make the banding teal, or like a light blue, to match the outfit color that I will be giving her, which is going to be the channel colors of orange and teal. And yes, our channel colors here on Solar Wolf Plays are orange and teal. Just in case any of you ever wanted to notice that or note that. Take it down and make a wiki or something out of it, as weirdos are wont to do, and I fully support people being weird, so there's that. Go. I am going to have to go back and give her a bit more of her skin tone for her feet, because I'm a dummy and didn't do that. Fortunately, I have enough of the colors left over sitting here to do just that. So we'll just go over her feet real fast. come over there and see what y'all are saying. There we go. Rinse out the brush. Get it reshaped. Re-sleeved. Best way to maintain your brushes. Keep your sleeves on them. Alright, now I will come and check chat. I'm guessing you must have said tiny details right as I was painting across the butt or whatever. Anyways. That is absolutely correct. Everybody needs to feel welcome here, and so you don't really want to do the I'm an a-hole maneuver. I'm going to grab myself some coffee, and then we will get back to finishing her up. Alright. Okay, so got this really nice orange, a rusted metal color. So we're going to use that. And then we got, with this bone white that we've got, we're going to mix it with a little bit of this force field blue that I've got to make the teal for accents. But we're going to start with the orange part of her outfit, which would be a good portion of her leathers. The fur, it's going to end up black, and then her hair is probably going to end up like a red. Because I have this really nice heraldic red there too. So let's go ahead and place this out. And this out. Onto our painter's mat. Grab a fine detail brush. Like so. Then we're going to take a bit of this orange here. And we're going to mix it with a bit of the bone white to lighten it up. There we go. Nice light leather orange. And that's just going to go over all of her leathers. Like so. do her chest leathers. But where her chest leather is folded over there, what we're going to do with that is I'm going to make that teal. Got to mix that up a bit again. Get back to that nice leather orange that we had. Yeah, there we go. Just want to keep painting through here. And across this leather strap. It runs over her hip. And we can fill in all the hanging leather. Like so. We're also going to do all of the fur around her legs, except for where the ropes cross it. With orange, we're going to make the ropes teal. So you just kind of want to gently check and make certain you don't accidentally cross-check the lines that you're not trying to paint. I cannot stress that enough. Because if you can avoid having to do touch-ups, it is always better than having to realize where you messed up last and going back and having to redo it. Which is one of the most annoying things in painting models. Go for some orange here on this area that separates the skull from the claws. Gotta get down around the wrists. All of the feathered leather is there. Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and get the black. You'll notice I do add water as they start to dry up if I need to try and get the colors to go farther, or to prevent them from fully drying up anyways. And this technique works really well as long as you don't overdo it with the water, which will pretty much just cause it to become a wash instead of a paint. And we're not looking for a wash, we're looking for it to actually do the job of a paint. Alright. Starting to look really nice now. Quick drop of water to break some more of this down. Get it back to being usable as a pigment. And just want to get into every little area we need color. Or that. Alright, now as she dries up again, I will come over and chat again. Yeah, there's actually a lot of detail on this little figure. Like, the ropes are each individually, yeah, you can tell they're ropes. Like, they did a lot of work with the detail. missed a spot. I actually missed a spot. Oh no. I'm such a terrible, terrible, terrible artist. Alright. We're going to go ahead and switch brushes again to an ultra fine detail brush. We're going to be taking some of this bone white that we have and some of this blue, making a very light teal out of it. We're just going to go over each and every row. Mind you, this is not easy, okay? I know a lot of it, you guys have not been able to see that I've been holding it in a weird position and things. So I apologize. We want these flockings on this feather set right here. Go back this one with those same light blue teal like colors. I guess this is more like a sky blue. I don't quite have what it takes for teal without doing a lot of color palette mixing. I will be buying a teal. The ropes across here. And here. And we just want to make certain we get that little teal detail. On her chest leather. Where it kind of folds over a bit in the front. Let's see here. Got the roping here. And unfortunately, I don't have the steadiest of hand. So I may unintentionally add color into some places that I'm not trying to. She is looking really good though. We've got these bands that go around the dragon horns that I wanted to make blue. To match up with the rest of the outfit. And so the story of Bobbert and Solar Wolf's first meeting is one night late, Solar Wolf had gone into a cave so that she could get out of the rather nasty storm that had come in, and had decided she was going to cook herself a meal over a fire. And this young spiderling named Bobbert just happened to pick up the odor, quotations, of her food. He immediately started hunting for where the smell was coming from, as apparently spiders in my little universe are wont to do. And we ended up with Bobbert and Solar as very close friends. But that is beside the point. Didn't give her hair a real light beige kind of colorish, because that will look really good as like a strawberry blonde. And strawberry blonde is a shade of red when it comes down to hair anyways. I also just really like the matchup of this color to her skin tone. Just want to get her eyebrows. And that is her pretty much done. She does need a moment, some time to dry, and then I will be able to get a a wash over her. I did want to show you guys the neat little thing about this diorama and let you guys know where I learned it. But I learned that you can use a tea light, one of those flickering tea lights. This is the symbol for flickering, apparently. But you can take one of these tea lights. You see how I've got the housing here, and I've got the rubber piece set up here. But if you set it right, you get this really nice little light up campfire. So that is what that's there for. And so that is the diorama that her and Bobbert are going to go into. I will continue more with this, I'd say probably tomorrow. Unfortunately, I am run out of time. My God. So unfortunately, guys, I have run out of time for today. We got a lot done. We completed our one project, which is great. We got that one done. We almost have solar done with her paint job, which is amazing. And we've still got so many more projects to go, guys. I just got in a bunch of miniatures, including my Goblin King figure that I've been waiting on. So Rob, Goblin King, is going to be coming to the channel with his saving of a certain young tarantula. So stay tuned for that. Also, guys, let me know down below if there's any diorama ideas that you have that you want to see me make, and I'll see if I can't get them done. You have an absolutely amazing day, guys.